polls in South Carolina now open for Republican voters as they decide who the Republican candidate for Senate will be on November's general election ballot. A stacked primary led to two candidates heading off to a runoff. Voters will choose between current Senator Darline Graham, who was appointed to complete the remainder of her late brother Lindsey's term, and South Carolina Congressman Ralph Norman. Some candidates who did not advance have made their endorsements now. Congressman Russell Fry, who placed third in that initial primary, endorsed Senator Graham. Meanwhile, former South Carolina Governor and Congressman Mark Sanford threw his support behind Congressman Norman, writing in part this: "And so, as much as I would like to honor tradition and old friendships, the stakes are simply too high as our nation really is at a financial tipping point. It's for these reasons and more that I will be voting for Ralph on Tuesday, and respectfully ask that you do the same." Let's bring in the man himself, South Carolina Senate candidate, Congressman Ralph Norman. Congressman, so what is your message to voters this morning as to why you should be the next senator in this seat?
Cheryl, glad to be with you. No, I am a businessman that spent 40 years in the business arena. I have gotten a great career, 8 years in Congress, where I'm one of the most conservative members. And Mark's right. This is a tipping point in this country. We need people who will stand up, who will have the courage, pass the Save America Act, make sure the Senate is not continue to be the graveyard for good legislation. It's that simple. And overall, this country is going bankrupt. We have got to get our spending under control. And I've been a strong fiscal conservative, a fiscal hawk. I'll take that with me to the Senate. Well,
when you were debating with Senator Darline Graham, she made a bit of a misstep, let's say, here with regards to national security. I wanted to get your reaction to what you heard. Congressman?
Well, I think she would take it back, Cheryl, if she had to do over again. But she didn't say much when I asked her if she needed to do more debate. She didn't want to do that. And look, we can't have training on the job. And national security is utmost in importance. And I think she would take it back if she could, but she didn't. And it just shows you've got to have somebody that's experienced and somebody who's willing to put first things first. And in this case, she just didn't.
President Trump has endorsed her. What do you say to voters with regards to that endorsement? Because, the president certainly does enjoy high levels of popularity in your state.
He does. And, I had loved to have had his endorsement. Didn't get it. That's fine. The people in South Carolina are going to pick the next senator. And he a little bit of a head scratcher as to why, but I've supported him higher than anybody in our congressional delegation, and I will continue to, because he's making the right calls for the country.
All right. Well, we also have some other news happening. The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals recently ruled that a South Carolina law allowing anyone 65 and older to vote by mail, but requires younger voters to have an excuse if they want to cast an absentee ballot. Now, this violates the Constitution. The court asserted that preventing younger voters from being able to use the same range of voting options provided to older voters violates the 26th Amendment. Congressman, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, if you look at where the frauds occurred, Cheryl, it's been through, mail-in ballots. And I think it was originally intended, for the military who overseas who couldn't get back to vote. I think the president is right on this. And I think particularly in light of the fact that something as simple as the SAVE Act, we can't pass. And I think the executive orders he's doing is right, and we'll see how it holds up in court as it goes down the road. But I think he's right on this.
All right. Well, we are just 70 days away from the midterms, and the economy, of course, remains top of mind for voters. Recently, polling is showing us that nearly 80% of Americans rate the economy poorly. Notably, more Americans are saying they trust Democrats on the economy, not Republicans. Congressman, how did Republicans turn this around in just over 2 months and make sure that they do keep control of both the House and the Senate?
Well, a couple of things. Our battle is with the Socialist Democrats. And the president calls them communists. They are. Look what's happening in New York. Look what's has happened in California. I think the effects of the big, beautiful bill hadn't come into play yet. I think that we got to get gas prices low. I think it will help the president to, we got to have to end the war in Iran, whatever it takes to take them out completely. So the economy, and you have to remember, he took an economy under Biden that was a total train wreck, and he's turned it around. But it's going to take time. But I think the fact that the things he's put into place are going to have a great effect on with everybody. Affordability is a huge issue. But it starts with gas prices. It starts with making people aware that Democrats, if you want total government control, you'll vote for Democrats. If not, the free enterprise system should be on top and alive and well in this country.
Certainly, and we've seen a lot of these, these DSA candidates in particular that have had some successes in these other primaries. They're messaging on health care, they're messaging on housing affordability. So certainly that's going to be a big part of the conversation for you moving forward either way. Democrats are beginning to distance themselves, however, from in particular this controversial far-left Twitch streamer. This is Hasan Piker. This influencer made what some are alleging is anti-Semitic comments. Michigan Democratic Senate nominee Abdul El-Sayed, who Piker did campaign for, put some distance between himself and the streamer. He said, nobody speaks for this campaign besides me and my campaign spokespeople. House Democrat Jake Auchincloss of Massachusetts said that, quote, the Democratic Party does not stand for what Hasan Piker stands for. But Hasan Piker, Congressman, has 5 million followers. Hasan Piker seems to be a pretty loud voice for the Democrats now. What do you make of this change?
Well, a couple of things, Cheryl. They can say they want to distance themselves from the Democrat Party, but look at the leadership. It is totally socialistic now. Now, they say that to get elected. Then when they go there, they vote with the leaders. And, the fact that you have Omar, AOC, they've hated this president. They don't vote for any of his top agenda items, and nothing is going to change on that. The fact is, if you're a Democrat today, you're going to fall in line, or you will not get the money, and you will not get the leaders who back them. So they can try to distance themselves, but it doesn't work. Words don't work. It's where you vote and what you stand for and what you end up voting for.
All right. Well, today's the day, and we're going to be watching this runoff with you and Senator Darline Graham very closely. Congressman Ralph Norman, it's always great to have you on the program. Thank you for being here, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.